What's up everybody, it's your boy ShowtimeDr. So this video is just basically going to be, and you guys can comment on your accounts too, what is the normal hero and ML hero you most want on your account? Try to limit it to one, but you know, people are going to do whatever they want to do. So just to show you what heroes I have real quick, we'll go do that. My main DPS right now is Vildred. I don't know how the hell Haste got up there. Oh, it's star level. Yeah, let me just go by the level. So anyways, I got a Ravi. I got a Vildred. I use Ravi too for a lot of things. Acades is my main healer. I got Armin and Cecilia for my tanks, but Armin's more built than Cecilia right now, even though she's not that built. Carmen, if I need her for support. And she's my only dispel, by the way, so she's pretty good. You know, boss killer Curious. Lorena, I'm working on her specialty quest. I don't really have her geared up too high. Same thing with Chloe. I told you guys about Cecilia. I just got a Haste. He was actually my #1 most wanted. And now I'm starting to work him up. So, and then after that, as far as people I'll do stuff with, I do want to work Clarissa up. Probably after Haste. I'm going to do Vildred, Clarissa, Haste as my 60s. And of course my tank and healers. You know, Silk's always useful right here. And then maybe Basque if I don't get anyone better by that time as my secondary. Of course, I technically have 2 good tanks. I guess I don't have to worry, but if I ever need a water tank, Basque will be my water tank. And then, you know, I'm working on unlocking Yuna and all that. So that's what I got going on now. I'm going to go through the list in case there's someone I'm not considering, but I do have one character in mind for my normal summon. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm trying to find, like, the room acoustics have changed for me, guys, so, like, my mic settings, which used to be really good, are now not so good, and I'm playing with it, so... The one thing is not to have the mic directly in front of me anymore. Alright, so... let me look at these heroes and see. The one I'm thinking right now, guys, is actually Ludwig, because... I have Acades, and where is the thing? Yeah. Attacks all enemies with the magic of the Nocturnes, penetrating defense by 50% if the caster is invincible. So Acades can put up a 1-turn invincible, and then he himself can put an invincible up with his 2. And then his 1 is a steel buff, so that's actually pretty good, since a lot of the meta right now is strong buffs. I think Ludwig would be awesome, plus he'd be an Earth Mage. I don't have an Earth Mage. But, let me go through and see. Tenebra would actually be really good too. Just because Tenebra, it's like her and Tywin, I think. They're the only heroes with AoE defense break. There might be some others, but those are the ones I know offhand. So put those 2 in the competition. I tried to get a DN, it just didn't work out. Got all these other cats, let's see. Crow's it? Eh. He's alright. Lots wouldn't be terrible. Angelica would be cool as a backup healer. Either one of them, actually. But, you know, you don't really need backup healers like that. The chorus got nerfed. Sherry would actually be pretty good. Cerelia. You guys let me know, is Cerelia in the game? Because she was in the game on the Korean version, but I have yet to see one in the global. She was actually the Halloween event character. Basar would be really nice. That'd be another Earth Mage, because Basar has AoE block, buff block, and Dispel. He'd be pretty sick. Celeste. Someone was telling me Celeste was actually very underrated, but that doesn't mean she's on my most wanted. There's Ninja Girl. Val and Charlotte. Crow. Crow, yeah, Crow. Crow would probably be my #1 most wanted tank. From normal. I want Dark Corvus, actually, as my main tank. Secret, eh. That's funny, I've never even seen Doris or Wanda. Yeah. I mean, he got nerfed. Says, yeah. I know you guys really like Says, but For me, the best part about Sez would be that he's water, actually, and that he'd make farming teams a lot faster. Oh yeah, there's always Rose. Rose is pretty good. Euphine, now there's a choice. But like, the way that my account is weakest right now, guys, I actually really need a good water, just everything, but water DPS. Clarissa's gonna take that role right now. Tywin would be cool, I'd like a Tywin, even though I got 1 billion tanks, just for his AoE defense break. Roman I'm actually not that familiar with, but I hear he's pretty good. Let me look at him. Combat readiness of the caster. Oh wait, no, I've seen him. Okay, yeah. He has the AoE dispel, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, okay, he's pretty strong. As an ice mage. Foreign land. Siren would be nice, but I don't really need her per se. I got a lot to choose from, actually. People I would be happy with. Tywin, Euphine. What else? I mean, you can't go wrong with either of them, even though I don't even know if she's around yet. I think she is. Deanne, I can't get her. I tried. Angelica or Lutz would be cool. Basar would actually be pretty good. Basar's probably my number 2. Brow's my 3rd. Euphine's my 4th. I still want Ludwig. Because I think eventually for my ice team, I'm going to have Yuna, maybe Clarissa. I'll have buffer for them, and then whoever the tank is whoever the tank is, or whatever support role I need. So for now, I'll go with Ludwig, just because I want to do the AoE invincibility, penetrate defense garbage. But it's kind of a gimmick, though. Oh, I forgot about Tenebra. Dude, but I have enough fire. Yeah, I'll stick with Ludwig, even though there's some better overall characters, but I still want Ludwig. I'd be happy with them. Alright, so, let's go to Moonlight. Which Moonlight character would I like the most? Shooting Star Arcadius would actually be pretty sexy. Immortality. She doesn't have invincibility though, so that would kind of ruin my Ludwig thing. But still, better than regular Arcadius, even though regular Arcadius is really good. Everyone tells me that Assassin Sid's underpowered. That has him now. I mean, clearly martial artists can. Assassin Coli is actually the one I want the most that I can think of, just because she gets this, and then if you get her the right relic, she can basically almost one-shot anybody that's not a tank. I'd have a lot of fun with her. I wish I had her. I mean, Ken. Clearly a lot of people want Ken. Corvus is up there. Chloe's up there. Either of these would be fun. Auxiliary Lots is actually fairly underrated. So... if I had to shoot them by order, I would choose Cat, Coli, Ken, then come down here and do Corvus. Chloe would be decent too, and then do Arcadius and Bloodblade Karen. Honestly though, I'd welcome most of these heroes, but... I guess that's the topic, guys. And if you're wondering why, this hero can basically one-shot this hero, even though Martial Artist Ken's really strong, and he'd be really good to have. But Coli would just be ridiculous. And I have a bunch of good rogues already, but she would be the top tier one. Just because if you don't know how she works, she deals additional damage if she's stealth. As long as she's not debuffed, she gets stealth. 80% chance, you can get it to 100%. And then there's that one card, I forget the name of it, but basically, if you kill something, you go into stealth and you get a 30 to 60% attack buff. So that would help her with her mitigation, her stealth stuff. And then if she kills someone with her 3, she silences the entire team. and damage is proportional to her speed, but then even if she doesn't silence, she's probably gonna stun. And you can get it down to a 5-turn cooldown. Just pure deeps. Oh, she would be so much fun. I wish I had her. I fought her in PvP once. I'll never make that mistake again, unless I'm running a real heavy AoE. AoE debuff team. Now, the reason why I said Dark Corvus, guys, because his kit is super simple. All it is do his 1 and make sure he gets hit. Because he's provoking with his 1, and every time he gets hit, the cooldown on his ulti goes down. And then the cooldown is ulti. It can't crit, that's the only bad thing about it. But it hits so many times and it does so much damage. Attacks with a lethal hit, absorbing damage dealt as health, so he lifesteals. Damage dealt is only affected by the caster's health and does not trigger a critical hit. Caster's health, his health. Begin the battle with a full turn cooldown, which if you notice, 9 turns. You could talent it to 8, but eventually this gets so wicked. And he's healing with this too, by the way. So he's basically just this big, fat, armored man that's just like, hit me! He's like Batman in the second movie, hit me! Oh wait, no, that was Joker. I want you to do it, I want you to do it, hit me! Hit me! Ah! Just a super beefy tank. My friend Croy has it. But he's pretty awesome, I like him. I mean, there's a lot of good tanks over here that can taunt and all that, but he's probably my favorite one. I just like the big dark thing. And then if you guys don't know what Ken does, basically anytime anyone gets hit in the party, he has a 30% chance to counter. If he gets crit himself, it's a 100% chance to get counter, so you just roll this guy heavy attack crit, or... I think if any of the new sets would matter for him. Not really, huh? And it's funny, I've seen full counter teams with this guy. So one team that I saw was Martial Artist Ken, Kick-A-Rat with the warrior thing that makes you counter 10% of the time. Sword of Ibris, I think it was, the artifact. And then, what was the other one? I don't remember the last guy that was there. Well, anyways, they were getting healed by Shooting Star KD, so that was ridiculous. It's like invulnerability or unkillability, I think it was. And then, what was the last guy? I think the last person was just a buffer. It was like an Elson or someone like that. Tywin, whatever it was. But, oh my god, dude, every time you would freaking hit this team, there was a good chance of both guys countering. At Kick-A-Rat, when he hits you, he dispels buffs. And then this guy, of course, he's just freaking ridiculous. This 1 decreases attack, but it does so much damage. And then if he counters with Dragon Flame. Pause critical hit and deal damage proportional to caster's lost health. So, that's why he was rolling him with invulnerability, and it was just ridiculous. It was one of the funniest things I ever saw. Anyways, but I guess that's enough of this video. So, what's your guys' most wanted hero? Let me know. As far as what goes on here. And I will probably leave that discussion to you guys, so... But let me know, maybe you got a different setup. Bloodblade Karen's really good, I've seen her. And I'm actually gonna do a video on Crimson Armin next. So... Anyways, let me know which ones, which heroes you think would round out your team perfectly, and if you feel like it, give, you know, why you want them, as far as not just, oh, they do good damage, or they're good support, or whatever. I want to hear, like, is there a particular, you know, like, my thing where I want to give invincibility to Ludwig, but then is there, like, a particular build you're going for, a particular combination you're going for that would complement each other very well? Anyways, guys, that's it for me. ShowtimeDr. I guess I'll do my promo. Yo, I'm ShowtimeDr, ShowtimeDr. You found my YouTube. Hit a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Also, make sure to check the title information. There's a link to my Discord and my Twitch in there. And I'll probably be streaming later. Also, you know, Discord. Do I really have to tell you what Discord is? And I will catch you guys later on. Peace out.